Well, first of all, let me just start and say welcome to the Endless Honeymoon podcast. It's me. Hi, Moshe Kasher.
Hi, I'm your wife, Natasha.
That's right. But we're doing a joint episode, and I don't know, do you guys...
This is a joint episode, but
I was
still,
kind of under the impression that it was our episode. You know?
Oh, well, you can have it on the...
we're in there.
Actually, I don't want it.
Brandon, maybe you do our own intro.
We are
That's what
playing. We're playing an away game.
Well, that's what,
right
exactly.
now.
That's what,
Yeah.
But you're still your team. It's not like you...
I'm in your home.
But you
right
are...
now.
You're still the Yeah But Still boys. And
Visiting.
I told Brandon
Endless
to blurt
Honeymoon.
out during the intro and take over.
So what is
Yeah,
your
but
intro?
still-
How do you guys start usually?
We usually
It's usually just hey, it's hey, it's Jack.
I had a feeling it was
hey,
a
it's
kind
Jack.
of like laissez-faire.
Yeah, it's a pretty laissez-faire affair.
we're
yeah.
immediately getting out podcasted.
Yeah.
Well, this is a competition. You're right in the middle of America's hottest podcast competition. We are
I mean,
the
you guys
Endless
have like
Honeymoon.
a format at least.
Yeah, we have a format, but you guys have youthful good looks.
Thank you.
Wait, you guys
Thank
don't have
you.
a format?
First of all, it's Jack
we just have
Wagner.
swag.
Not really.
It's Jack Wagner and Brandon Wardell from the Yeah But Still podcast. I mean, from this podcast.
I thought you were going to say from the Yeah But Still Boys.
Well, the boys from their own podcast, which
Okay.
this is their
So
podcast.
this is but still this is Endless Honeymoon. We're doing a crossover event.
Yeah.
Yes,
This is
not-
historical.
It's historic. It's
we're on camera.
probably one of the biggest crossovers since Family Guy Simpson crossover.
Well, the people have been asking for it. You know, the people have been clamoring. They're like, when are we going to do the Yeah But Honeymoon? Or but endless but still.
Endless but still.
And here
you
we
did
are.
one with podcast but outside, right?
Yeah, people had asked for that too.
Okay.
You know?
We're outside
And
right
we
now.
are outside.
You're not in. You're
do have-
not outside. I feel
kind
like
of, it's kind of a rude alpha move.
this is like some early COVID bullshit.
Well, you guys
You're
are
putting
Oh,
young.
that
us
you guys
through.
are outside?
You guys are younger than us. You don't care about COVID
I feel like
as
I'm
much.
at Thanksgiving in 2020.
This
We're-
is very 2020.
To be
COVID.
honest, I don't really care about COVID anymore either. So if you guys want to come in, you can.
But we already said
I would love to.
feel like
I
this
would
is-
love to, but then you'd have
No,
to
this is like
restructure
a-
your whole set.
This is a production thing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this isn't COVID safety.
Well, the other thing is we're hardcore COVID cucks. That is the theme of our podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's become slowly much less relationship advice and more COVID fear porn. If
Yes.
that makes sense.
Yeah. We're kind of.
Are
I
you
guess
out?
my stance is. What were you gonna say, Joe?
I'm pilled. I'm red pilled now on COVID.
Oh, what happened?
Aren't you?
I guess
you wearing
yeah.
a mask?
Well, I'm sort of no, absolutely not.
No,
but
I don't. I dropped my mask mandate a
you-
long time ago.
I got
Wait, you had a personal mask mandate?
yeah, I don't care. I don't know about the LA laws anymore. I dropped mine.
LA was being goofy. I'm in a place where I got boosted, but the whole time I was like, this is kind of gay.
You were kind of gay for that.
That is- yeah.
You got it 3 days after getting COVID.
I still had the antibodies.
you
I didn't
you
need to
wanted
get
to
it yet.
re-up.
I got it
You
too
missed
early.
COVID.
I
By the-
should have just waited.
By the way,
waited.
this would be
Yeah.
cool because I think probably our broadcast will be really clean and the whole gay run is going to be cut out.
Okay.
So if you want the
Oh,
exclusive
sure.
content, if you want the Patreon content,
Oh,
tune
yes.
into Yeah But Still. You're going to get a lot of this really.
Well, they're
fun
probably
You'll
hearing
extra.
us
send
now.
us the file. So this will be cut out of yours.
It'll be cut out of ours, but you
But-
don't have to cut anything out.
Yeah.
You know, that's what's gonna be kind of fun. Is we're like I said, we're terrified. We're terrified of cancel culture. We're PC punks and we're COVID cucks.
Right.
And that's kind of our thing.
And then our thing is
So we could just claim this.
Yeah.
We could claim territory in this podcast by routinely saying wild shit like,
Oh, you could
COVID
ruin
was made in a lab.
Wait, you saying you could ruin our podcast, our broadcast because we'd just be constant edits and yours
Yours
would be
like
smooth.
10 minutes long, and ours we have an hour and a half.
Did you guys see today that there's been like multiple new like research proving that it was not from a lab?
Oh, is that so
Yep.
true?
Who made that research? The lab?
No, it was Fauci. It was Dr. Anthony Fauci, an unassailable character.
No, they're saying without a doubt in the markets of Wuhan.
Who said it?
I mean, it was like a dual studies. It was like,
Anyway.
who were the two studies?
I mean, I don't know. I don't read the full articles.
No, it was
Bill Gates?
Most people
No, it
don't.
was-
Most people read headlines and
It
kind of.
was Bill Gates and Alyssa Milano. With
They linked up.
I was actually recently. You said you were red pilled. I was recently yellow and blue pilled
Okay, what kind of pills are those?
for the people of Ukraine.
Oh, there we go.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
Moshe we had a party today for our child, and I've made him explain Russia and Ukraine to all of our guests probably like 40 times.
Yeah. So if you guys ever have a party, you need somebody to come over. Kind of.
How old's your child?
She's just turned 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she's hardcore red pilled also.
But you know, it's like there's a lot to understand, and I think people are pretty exhausted.
Yeah. I have a question for you guys. This is a dating podcast.
Sure.
You
Yes.
guys are young, horny man.
You don't want to keep talking about Russia?
he's recently engaged.
Oh, you
Yes.
are. Congratulations. How'd you do it?
In Yosemite.
That's a good call.
Beautiful overlook.
Perfect romantic spot.
Yep.
We've had sex in Yosemite before. Remember?
Wow.
We've stayed in Yosemite.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have sex in the woods or like in one of the many beautiful lodges?
In the Awani Hotel.
That's where we
gorgeous.
stayed.
That's where you proposed?
Yeah.
In the hotel, or did you go to?
We went to like the overlook, like right when you drive in. There's like the tunnel you go through.
Yes. You remember
Were
that?
you nervous?
Actually, no, I wasn't.
Really?
Weirdly. No,
Did
I
you
was
know
like on a
that you know they were
mission.
going to say yes?
Yes.
And did you get down on one knee?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do that. So in some ways, you're a bigger cuck
Just
than I am.
posted up.
Yeah, I was just
He he walked me to the edge of the Mississippi River in New Orleans, and like there was like we were kind of like splashing in it a little bit, and then he just kind of like fumbled in his jacket and then put this like ring on my middle finger.
Whoa.
I wasn't.
He didn't know the
Wait, walk to
finger.
the edge.
I just the whole
It was cute.
Yeah,
whole-
that's nice.
the
That is
pomp and
cute.
You walked
circumstance.
to the edge. You said, "If you don't say yes, I'm gonna jump."
you're gonna get straight murked in the river. You're gonna float to Missouri.
I thought it was cute that you didn't know which hand or which finger.
I just got nervous, but the whole performance of the thing felt
That's
very
cute.
like.
That's nice.
But you,
I was on a mission, so like I was just really focused on not like messing things up. That I didn't even think about like how big it was. You know.
Brandon,
Congratulations.
do you mess with Raya? Because I have a Raya. Pitch.
I am on it.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
Moshe's got a good pitch.
I got a really good pitch for Raya.
Yes.
So like Raya to the listeners.
The listeners know about.
I was gonna you do it
No,
the
no,
yeah
no,
but
you
still way.
explain it.
No, you do. You're on it.
Sure, I guess this is both of our. It is an away game. I am in your home. You
Well,
know, I do have but I get Raya is the dating app that you have to apply for.
And it's for like entertainment industry people mostly, right?
Creatives.
Ostensibly, but like I do think they've been fast and loose with like who's allowed on there.
So
But
here's
in
my pitch.
theory, it's like exclusive.
So
it's
no.
an exclusive dating app, and there's some kind of Raya shadow government that gets to decide based off of your Instagram, like, oh, can you be on this or not?
Here's my pitch.
Yeah.
It's for people who are frustrated by the fast and loose nature of Raya.
Right.
It's called Raya Prime. Right?
Okay.
It's like Amazon Prime. You pay a little bit extra
Yes.
per month, and it's only B list and above.
That sounds
Right.
There
great.
we go.
So you
no
don't have to-
DJs,
No-
no,
yeah,
makeup,
no makeup artists,
Right.
no still photographers
Yes.
from on set. It's only
It really is. It's too many multi hyphenates that aren't good at any of
Yes.
the jobs.
yeah, it's only Cara
Why do you
Delevingne.
guys need someone good at a job? Don't you just want someone to love your sorry ass?
So not a model DJ, not a model DJ photographer.
Well, with Mariah Prime, you're going to be happy. It's going to be only you and Cara Delevingne.
okay,
She of the
Absolutely.
eyebrows.
You think
And-
I don't know if I don't know if I could make it to
I
Raya
think-
Prime.
Listen, it's
I
my
don't-
idea, so I'm
Yeah.
going to
Pay to get in, don't you?
Yeah, but you have to be approved by the shadow government too.
Right.
So it's Raya for A-listers or
But
B+.
A-listers don't want to pay to be a part of a website.
Yeah, they
should
do.
get on there for free.
because they only want to be around each other. You know what I mean?
Well, that's probably what parties are for.
What if
that
we put
we're
it
not
in? What if we
invited
put
to.
one powerful guy in charge of this, and he just kind of like brokers all the sexual transactions for these powerful people?
I'm thinking,
oh,
you know,
right.
You know who's available
can
right
fly
now?
him in
guy
and
with
out.
like some kind of island.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, I was
Yes.
going Weinstein. So a
Oh,
powerful,
no.
a
Yeah,
powerful
sure.
Jew, one way or the other. We find a
Yes.
powerful Jew.
You know.
Can we ask
I think
them
we
these-
can all agree Jews are great at this stuff.
Oh, I just thought you were going to leave it at that. Jews are great.
Jews are great.
And
yeah.
Wagner, Jewish?
No,
Wagner.
Oh, Wagner, the opposite.
Yeah. Jack Wagner.
I got it. Oh, wait, should we do?
Well, I was going to do those, but she said the call is waiting.
Oh,
so why don't
shit.
we start with the call because they're in Florida?
What do you
And
guys
it's
think?
midnight there.
Oh, wow.
So let's do it. Yeah.
So let's call her
Late
before she
night
like
style.
loses it.
And-
Florida midnight.
Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Mosh.
Have you ever been out on a date?
Tonight.
You were on a date tonight?
Yeah.
Was it going well?
Yeah, it actually went really well.
And then all of a sudden, did they drop a big old deal breaker?
They did.
What was it?
They weren't you.
Oh, that's sweet. But, you know, I'm talking about like when you used to date not clandestinely in an adulterous way. When you go out on a date and all of a sudden they reveal that, like, you know, they don't vote or they hate dogs or they don't listen to the same music as you, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's definitely happened.
Well, thanks to the OkCupid dating app, you may never be in that situation again. OkCupid finds people who you're most compatible with by learning what's important to you, by asking questions, and then the app, their one-of-a-kind algorithm, pairs you with people that care about the things that you care about, like dogs or the films of Fellini.
It's time to find your person. Download the dating app OkCupid today.
Yeah, but still, boys, do you want to introduce our caller?
All right, come to us from Florida. We've got Jordan and
In Key West.
Jordan and Key West coming to us from Key West, Florida. Jordan,
You guys are naturals. This
what do
is
you have?
perfect.
What do you have to say?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Hello.
It's Natasha,
Great.
Moshe, and our friends Jack and Brandon. How you doing?
I'm good. And how are you all?
I'm well.
Brandon, you want to answer this one?
I would say we're well. We're well.
Yeah, we're well.
I'll speak for all of them. I'm more interested in what you have going on.
Yeah, what's happening in Key West?
Oh,
no.
crazy down here. But okay, so here's the reason that I'm calling, basically, is I'm in a very happy relationship. We've always had a very equal dynamic, money-wise, socially, looks, everything. But now my boyfriend...
He gotten ugly?
What?
He got ugly recently?
He's about to get really rich, actually.
Oh,
Sounds great.
I know. It is great, but I'm starting to get in my head. Like, he's cute and talented, fun, cool, but now he's going to be all those things and also rich.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like,
Are you guys engaged?
no.
Are you?
No.
oh, this
no.
is your boyfriend. And what are
Yeah.
you afraid of?
Okay, so like I'm not afraid that he's gonna get rich and leave me. I'm
would
gonna get afraid that like I'm gonna start acting weird.
You should worry about this.
Don't
one.
worry. It seems like a good thing to worry
He
about.
seems like a real catch, and all of a sudden he has all this money. It seems as though his options have really expanded.
Well, that's part of the problem. Options have expanded, but also I don't want to start acting like I don't want to lose my chance of getting rich also. So I don't want to start acting really nice and like, oh, whatever you want, anything for you. And then he'd be like, oh, are you just changing it up because now I'm rich and you want to be rich too? How do you not act like intimate, like anything, like, anything for you? Rich and like you're maybe a little, you are too, but not as much as her. So how do you just not like grovel to her and just like anything, how does she?
Wait, you're saying,
Wait, did you just say, how does Moshe not grovel to me for money?
Not for money, but just, because you're...
That is whoa,
wait,
wow.
so you're saying she's not richer than me, she's just more famous and more
iconic
and more relevant.
All of them.
You're saying basically I should just be like intimidated by her fame?
Well, not intimidated by all of it.
What you got to do is you got to co-host a podcast with him. I think.
No, I mean the real secret is this is why Raya was invented in the first place. This is so people don't find themselves in situations
Sure.
with asymmetrical power dynamics like this woman's finding herself in.
Jordan,
Exactly.
how rich are we talking? I mean, is he going to be 100,000-aire? Are we 10 millionaire? Like,
Is it Jeff Bezos?
Top 2%.
Top 2%.
can we get some more context?
Oh,
I
wow.
think like this
What
might
is
help.
he doing
Yeah,
for money?
And
Yeah,
what-
where's this money coming
It's
from?
not here yet. Like,
Also,
you know it's coming.
she's in-
Like, what is it?
Oh,
She's
is it
in-
NFTs?
She's in Key West.
Oh, so no, it's not NFTs. I'm in Key West, so it is. I can't.
Cocaine. It's cocaine. The plane is on the way from Colombia right now.
US related, and I made a spreadsheet actually of his projected profits and expenses, blah blah, and I was actually afraid to share it with him because it's so much.
But what is it?
And
Yeah,
so now
how
I'm
much
also,
is
like,
it?
Do not share. He's a captain on a boat captain, and he has the chance to. He's gonna.
Oh, this is
Something.
wild. Okay. Well, I'm very intrigued.
I know. All we know is that he's a captain of a ship.
Yeah.
Which is like $65,000
so
a year.
there's this stone called the Heart of the Ocean, right? He's going after it with his friends.
Oh, this is the plot of Uncharted.
Like, how people can get really rich with like a drywall company or like
Sure.
or whatever. It's like it's not like you know, you're gonna make millions on the stock market, but like you're gonna like make money in an obscure kind of like hardworking way.
Okay.
Does
okay.
he? Does
You have to work hard.
Got
So
it.
like he's just going to be successful at what he does,
I think that's
which is
right.
the goal. That's the goal, like of anybody you date.
does he talk
I just-
about how he's going to get rich a lot?
Oh, he's actually afraid to even look at the spreadsheet I made because he's nervous because he grew up very like working class, like.
Well, it sounds
Make-
like you guys are kind of a partnership. You're making a spreadsheet to show him his
Yeah.
protracted
Yeah.
earnings. You know, it's like you guys are kind of partners in this way. And it's like, what's the worst that could happen is that he'll get rich or, you know, a lot of money, more money than you, more money than most people in the town.
He
and
leaves
then
you
he-
for somebody hot, and
Yeah,
you know,
'cause
like
everyone you with are like sexy.
What is this boat?
I know.
Everybody he works with is a bikini babe.
Yeah, he works at Bikini Babes. Literally,
Oh, so
yeah.
the drywall in the metaphor, the drywall was women in bikinis.
I mean, truly.
I mean, he didn't.
Yeah, I mean,
He's been working with the bikinis for a while, hasn't he?
yeah. Well, I'm not afraid that he's going to leave me. My fear is that I'm going to start groveling when I thought that I was like the powerful, impressive one, and now he's going to be the powerful one.
But-
I don't know how to deal, and I'm
Got it.
like-
You feel intimidated by the amount of money he's about to start making at whatever it is that he does, whether it's drywall or captaining a ship or doing bricks or rubbing suntan lotion on hot bikini babes.
yeah,
Well, the truth is that is better than someone mooching off you.
Oh, yeah, that is
yeah.
super true.
It
You
sounds
know?
like I think it sounds like you guys are pretty solid.
Yeah, you guys seem fine. You need to just rise and grind.
And-
Maybe you need to step up your grind.
And stop ruminating about worst case scenario. That's just a waste of time.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist.
And
Life
this
is.
also- he could watch this video later, right?
Yeah, sure.
Then
This doesn't seem like the podcast type
Couldn't he see a video of you asking
description of
this?
this guy.
Oh, you think he's never listened to a podcast? That's why he's so successful?
Probably.
He's out here
That's what's
grinding.
bogging us all down.
But I mean, I think she seems pretty confident in him not finding.
You don't
this.
think your boyfriend's gonna find this podcast?
He may. Well, it's a small town, so
Well, to be honest, this podcast goes beyond Key West. It goes sort of nationwide and even international.
well. Also, he. So we have like a comedy club down here, and he.
Wait, you own a comedy club?
No,
No,
we
Key
have
West
one,
has
and
one.
I worked there for years, and he's a comedian there. So if this does,
Oh, he's a comedian.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Hold
he
on a
also
second.
does stand up.
He's a stand-up. He's a stand-up. He's a stand-up
boat guy?
captain. Stand-up
I'm
captain.
so unclear on what your boyfriend does.
What if this whole thing was her revealing that her boyfriend finally got his first headlining week at this comedy club, and he's like, "Baby, I'm about to take this thing supernova. Make a spreadsheet."
Yeah, what's the comedy club there?
it's called Comedy Key West.
Ah, and
Comedy Key West.
Where he's literally just getting scammed. Like, yo, we saw this sign that said invest in real estate, call me. And the numbers are looking crazy.
bust out the Excel.
We just gave our bank account information to these people.
So what I think that you're asking me how I deal with Natasha. I mean, I know that. I hope that was sort of tongue in
Yeah,
cheek.
how do you deal with your wife's incredible success without being like a little?
Moshe has
You know.
Moshe's a very successful guy. as
I'm a
well.
successful
Right, but
guy
so am
also.
I in our relationship,
Right,
he's
so
gonna
the
be-
They
pro-
share their Netflix special is it's a shared.
No,
Sure.
he should
It's a
worship me
joint-
more.
That's true.
project.
No, it's like this. The problem here, if you're being serious about being worried about like starting to grovel to him when he hits the big time in stand-up comedy or whatever his industry is you just got to be confident. I mean, don't you? The whole point of being with somebody is that you want them to become incredibly successful so
Yeah.
that they can pay your bills when you get canceled.
I feel like it's it's the only thing to worry about is the opposite if they're doing nothing.
Absolutely.
I feel like once you're with somebody for a while, you're like, I'm gonna need you to start making more money
Yeah, and
because I'm getting hungry.
and if
I
he
want some
does-
oysters.
That's 100% true.
And if he
Yeah.
does the worst case scenario, leaves you for a bikini babe, it's like, fuck that guy. He wasn't ready for a real relationship, and let her try to figure out the math of his science.
You don't
I'm
need
his-
money to get the bikini
What
babes.
is his
That is
job?
true too.
He could have gotten them
What
before.
is his? What is
He
his?
has so many jobs and
He's
no
a
jobs.
sea captain that it's a boat full of bikini babes
And
he
drywall and
does,
Brandon
brick.
wants the
moonlights-
job.
He
She's like,
moonlights
uh-huh.
as a stand-up comedian comedian
He's the booker at Comedy Key West,
at Key West,
but
like,
he books exclusively drywall products and hot babes.
and he's like the biggest comic in the Key West
Brandon,
scene
this
or
is-
something.
Yeah.
This is what multi hyphenates are like outside of LA and New York. Okay.
Damn.
By the way, your boyfriend could get on Raya for sure.
Yeah, the Key West Raya.
Yeah,
You know, we
Key West.
He's
actually
the
met
only
on
straight
Bumble,
guy in Key West, probably.
And
You
we
met
met
on Bumble?
and I swiped no because he was a comic, and I figured he was bad, and
That's smart.
Why did you swipe no? Because he was a comic. What is your stereotype?
Well,
oh, because
because
you worked. You
well,
worked
I
at the
just
comedy club.
figured he would be bad at it.
At what? Oh, stand up.
Stand up.
Sex.
Then
Sex.
we were just the only people left in town, so it gave it a shot. But
I got it. I want to go play Comedy Key West.
Comedy Key West.
Have you been
Key
to Key
West
West?
is sick.
It's
I've
so
not-
good.
I've never been.
It's so beautiful. It's such
Yeah.
an awesome, beautiful
they have
place.
a
Yeah.
condo. Well, yeah,
Can
yeah.
can I give you some?
Wait, you
some
have a condo?
actual advice? No,
Oh,
the
you-
comedy condo, honey. You can stay there. I'll stay at the whatever nice hotel is there.
Well, I like that you were trying to sell it with the comedy condo.
Okay, don't. Here's some advice after these guys are done, like, making fun of you. Just kidding.
I'm not.
I think that you should not mention that to him, that you're afraid he's going to lose you because he's going to make a lot of money. Like, that just kind of puts you in a weak position. And I don't think there's any reason to tell him that. And I think in general, just try to focus on the parts of your relationship. Like, try to get rid of the fact that you think he's like, going to like his success is going to like overpower you, and try to think about, is your communication good? Is your sex good? Just, are you guys like having fun together? Are you having quality time? And just keep like focusing on those important things. And the rest, like there's no sense in ruminating on the word. It's like what Moshe tells me about our kid. Like, I'm always like focused on what's the worst possible thing that could happen at all times. And it's like, okay, well, what do I get from that? Nothing really.
How long have you been together?
3 years.
You're fine. What are you? I don't
But
know.
if you want to
It's-
get
it's-
married, you should start like, letting him know that, and that's like a totally separate thing. And like Jack just got married, and I was
Engaged.
like engaged, and I was like,
He might not make it to getting married, honestly.
I'm gonna hold it up.
You're going to do it?
Yep.
but I asked him if he knew she was gonna say yes, and he said yeah. And I think that you kind of have to like let the guy know that it's time.
I would do this the day that his drywall company goes public. I would propose, he won't think it's too obvious. Just like do it.
Okay, so I got confused. The
There's no
drywall thing
drywall.
was
There's
that
no drywall.
That
She
was a
was making
metaphor, right?
an
Yeah.
allegory.
Yeah. Or
There's a drywall metaphor. He's a sea captain, and he works with 100 bikini babes every day. And he's not. What are you're not? Okay, how much money are you making as a comedian in Key West?
Well,
he's
honestly,
not
we
making
still
money
don't.
from comedy. He's making
Okay.
money from.
And it's like a new sea venture because I assume he
It's
wasn't
yeah,
like.
it's like there's a large tourism industry, so it's like
Got it.
So it's like some new. He leveled up. He must have,
yeah,
right?
he leveled up. He leveled up.
And
Okay.
you're afraid you're
Works
gonna
really
help
hard
him with.
all the time.
You're gonna help him with his business, and then he's gonna leave you.
And I'm not going to be the powerful, better one.
That's
Yeah,
actually
this is a little bit of a twist.
okay. That's interesting that you
She
said
did say that before.
I know,
when
but she
said
reiterated.
the powerful, better one.
So you're not just.
I'm not going to be the better one. This is like a weird way to think of a relationship.
So you're not just worried that he's going to lap you. You're worried that you're not going to be the alpha anymore in this relationship.
Yeah, that's
You're worried about being the skipper instead of the captain.
Wait, isn't a skipper a captain? Maybe
No,
I.
it's
No, he's
just-
the captain.
Second-
Helper.
Yeah.
Oh, so William
like the
William
first
Riker
AD,
was the
honey.
skipper.
Is this Gilligan?
This is Star Trek.
Star Trek? I don't know.
Nothing. Okay. All right. Yeah.
I would. Gilligan was a skipper, right?
Right? I think.
It comes down to what you want in a man. And if you're one of those women, like a lot of men I know, they just want a +1. And if that's what you are as a woman, you just want a +1 to like, follow you and envelop into your life, then maybe this guy won't be right for you. But if you're really in love with him and you want to make it work,
Is that what you want? Do you want a man to be worse off than you? Do you want to?
no. I would actually prefer to never work again.
Wait, I don't
There you go.
understand your dilemma. You seem like
It sounds
you're.
like you don't know what you want.
My sincere advice would just be to don't treat him any different at all.
And that's what I know I should do. I was just getting in my head of like,
Also, because like his shit can get fucked up at any point.
Don't
The,
you know?
the boat can sink.
Oh, that's so true. Yeah, he might be.
Like this,
you might.
your spreadsheet could be wrong too, or he just gets hit with some weird Florida taxes you don't know about.
And do they even have taxes in Florida anymore? I feel
probably
like
don't, but-
DeSantis has removed all taxation
That must
from
attract
people.
a really great crowd.
What?
Everyone who goes there like doesn't want to pay their taxes.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's people that want to get rich and stay rich, right? Here's a question: can't you be like, like the rappers who always have their entourage around them, and they're like, these are the people I hang out with, these goons from my neighborhood because I know that they really love me because they've been down with me since I didn't have shit.
My day ones.
Yeah, my day ones. You could be his day one.
Yeah.
You're in good shape. I think all you got to do is be confident in yourself.
Yeah, get over that
And
you want
you know
some
what?
guy to like, that's like old thinking. That's like you when you were young. You know what I mean? Like I used to think you had to be mean to men all the time.
If he leaves you, I don't know how in the world you'll find another rich guy in Florida with a boat.
Okay, well, good luck, honey.
Yeah, good luck. We're
Thank
sorry
you.
that we couldn't figure out exactly what industry your boyfriend is in, but I would start trying to get that ring now. Get the ring now.
Yeah.
Because then when
I'll
you
try.
guys
I'll
do
work
eventually
on
get divorced, when he leaves you, then he'll have to leave you with half of his money.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, I guess that's good advice. Lock it down.
Lock it down. Lock it down right
Yeah,
now.
why didn't we immediately say that?
Yeah, you got to lock it down before he goes.
I guess we got caught up in like, what the fuck does this guy do?
Yeah.
It was a real mystery.
It sounded made up. Well, it was great talking to you.
All
Yeah,
right.
good luck to
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Good luck, Jordan.
Thank
All
you.
right. So the rest of the callers, they were from, because we put out that Insta story saying that you want to talk to the Yeah But Still boys. They didn't understand that we meant call in. So
You don't want to wrap it
yeah.
up with Jordan at all?
she's gone.
Oh, okay. She was
Yeah,
cute.
she's gone.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Take it away.
No, go ahead.
No, take it away.
Well, I just thought we would like figure out
We
Oh,
could
yeah, no.
decompress.
what
we could,
her deal was.
We could decompress.
I mean,
from
For
I
one
think-
second.
I don't know. I wanted to know like what boating opportunity this guy got
what could it
I
be?
think-
go from like she's the alpha, like completely dominating this man, to like what kind of Captain Pay Bump where she's intimidated by the wealth.
The job stuff was like,
Part of me was like, did she make a math error? Like I was like wanting to see the spreadsheet.
That'd have been cool if in real time she opened it up
She's
and was
just
like,
bad at math.
Okay, 152 weeks in a year. Like, I'm like
she starts crunching numbers. She's like,
taxes are 3%, right?
Okay,
Okay, yeah.
okay,
she was-
Jack, you know
yeah, I
what?
don't
It's
know.
right-
She-
you're
this
right,
is a
Jack.
strange bird.
He makes $13 an hour. That's what I did misplace a number here. Hey Tosh,
Yeah, Mosh.
would you say the last few years have been the most stressful time in your life?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. What would you describe it as?
Zero chill.
If you're feeling zero chill yourself, we'd like to recommend Noom Mood. It's here to guide you to mental wellness and give you the tools you need to tackle your stress so that you'll feel empowered to take on whatever life throws at you.
With New Mood, you'll take the journey to mental wellness one step at a time. Their guided approach teaches you the power of shifting your mindset, which is so important, in just a few minutes a day.
With a team of dedicated coaches, you'll have a support system helping you on your journey.
I think it's really good to decide to do this kind of thing like first thing in the morning. Like, remember I told you, Mosh, to start I want you to start taking care of the kid in the morning, half the day, half the week, so that I can get up and like do my
Hey,
meditation.
let's focus on Noom, shall we?
I just think it's all very important, you know? We really need to like focus on our own mental health.
And we recommend you try Noom Mood. They take care of your mental wellness in an empowering way, and they'll help you better understand your personal relationships with stress and anxious thought so that you can take control, build resilience, and develop coping mechanisms that actually work. And all you need is 10 minutes a day. It's an app, so it's there for you anytime, anywhere.
Accessible and convenient, and you are stronger than your stress. It doesn't get to control you. Equip yourself with the knowledge and skills to steer yourself to happiness. A lot of us, we're the masters of our ship. We don't have people doing it for us, so we have to kind of try to figure it out ourselves.
Worry less and feel happier. Sign up for your trial at noom.com/honeymoon.
That's NOOM.com/honeymoon.
Once again, sign up for your trial at noom.com/honeymoon.
That's NOOM.com/honeymoon.
Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Mosh?
You know what's so annoying?
What?
When you're sick and you look up a doctor and you like call like a doctor and it's like, yeah, we can see you in 40 weeks. You're like, no, I'm
Oh
not
my
going to be
God.
sick in 40 weeks.
No, it's not like that anymore.
No.
We have so many more. The metaverse has really opened up doctor's appointments.
That's right. Specifically, ZocDoc.
I love ZocDoc.
This is a service that I personally use, and I know you do too. Basically, you need an appointment, and you want one today, and you want it near you. This shows you all the available doctor's appointments.
And their ratings.
And their ratings, and where they went to school, and you can make the appointment on the site right there, right then, and go get the help that you need.
ZocDoc is a free app that shows you doctors who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, and are available when you need them and in your freaking neighborhood.
It's awesome. I really use
We got
this.
dentist appointments. We got doctor's
I've
appointments.
done it all. I've done it all. I have had severe STDs taken care of by ZocDoc.
Find the doctor that is right for you and book an appointment today that works for your schedule. Every month, millions of people use ZocDoc. I'm one of them. It's my go-to whenever I need to find or book a doctor.
So just go to ZocDoc.com, choose a time slot, and whether you want to see the doctor in person or on Zoom or whatever, or just like that,
Wait, you pronounce it Zoom?
Zoom. Well,
I
this
like
is
that.
really like a video visit.
Okay.
But just like that, boom, you're booked. ZocDoc.com/honeymoon. You can download the ZocDoc app for free, and then you can start your search for a top-rated doctor today.
That's ZocDoc.com/honeymoon, ZocDoc.com/honeymoon. All right, so you guys, we have a few people who've written in, so maybe I'll read
yes.
a couple of these.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
lovely.
Oh, wait. Oh, you want them to read
Or
them?
maybe you should read it to us. I like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Let me read. I'll read you a couple, and then maybe you guys will have some.
So these are the But
Okay.
Still fans that wanted to get advice on relationships on this dual podcast. These are your peoples.
Okay,
Wow.
so this is from Melanie. Hi, Brandon and Jack. I'm writing to you as one of your elusive female listeners. So that you guys mostly have male listeners.
It's not that.
Or are they just really
crazy
the
of a
women are really
ratio.
slippery and don't
I don't
give-
know. It's like what would you say the ratio is? You see the data.
60-40.
Okay,
Okay,
that's,
that's
not
not
bad.
that
Well, she's
elusive.
elusive anyway. I like it.
She might just be an elusive woman and she's one of your listeners.
okay.
Those might be separate
Okay.
thoughts.
I'm 23 and recently moved to LA. You guys-
Okay,
you
wow.
guys-
Okay, interesting.
Getting less
Brandon.
elusive by the
All right.
second.
It's been pretty hard to meet people here, romantically or platonically.
Okay.
Dating apps are bleak and make me want a KMS.
Brandon's like, what do you look like?
Yeah. Did she send? Yeah. Did she attach a?
Wish
photo?
she was down the Zoom.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. So she's 23, just moved to LA. Interesting.
I like KMS. I mean, I don't like that she wants to KMS, but
KHS.
I'm kill myself.
And
Kill
you would
herself?
say KHS.
KHS. I don't
Yeah.
like that she wants
What's
to KHS.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm losing hope that I can meet cool people online. What IRL activities should I join
Oh.
to meet friends/lovers? Don't say the DSA. Those guys are cringe. What's
Oh,
the
no.
DSA?
The Democratic Socialist.
Oh, that's what
America.
she said.
Socialists of America.
Wait, I thought it was just another one of her.
It would be so funny if this was like a 45-year-old woman cosplaying as like a Gen Zer, just like looking up internet
They're
acronyms.
cringe. Oh.
Wait, why would you ever tell her that for friends and lovers she should join the Democratic Socialists?
Absolutely not.
I like that. That's where. Well, she's probably political, right? Like, why is that where she's
I guess
going?
she's
to
not
first?
political,
Okay.
but that
Right.
is so funny to be like, if you're looking for a hot lay, check out the acolytes of Bernie Sanders and
If you're
Ilhan
looking for
Omar.
some guy that's going to gaslight you,
Well, Jack,
All
you.
the-
canceled.
Of the displaced. Yeah.
If you want to talk unhoused neighbors and get your pussy eaten, try the DSA.
Jack has a girlfriend or a fiance,
Yeah.
but Brandon, how do you meet girls
Well, it's
in LA right now?
private. I
don't even think
IRL.
That's private.
in real. I mean, I guess like through the internet.
Brandon uses his blue check mark too much to meet girls.
Right.
It's
No,
not
I mean,
I'm proof. The proof is in the pudding.
I'm on.
What's
with
the
me.
pudding?
The pudding
He's
is
got a
the
fiance.
ring.
Oh, that ring is made of pudding.
No, but I mean, I don't know.
I
It's hard in LA. I'd say that. Like,
Why do you think it's hard in LA?
it takes like a year to figure out like even like where you
To, like,
exist.
acclimate?
Yeah.
We're all very isolated, and it's like if you're a part of it, you're a part of it. But when you're not a part of it,
It's
you
hard to
feel
jump in.
even further away
Right.
than you are, and it's
Once
like
you find your footing, then you're.
it's hard
good.
to like actually get in the mix.
But-
LA's a tough city. Yes.
I don't really know how to give people advice anymore because if everyone's doing everything online, that's just like a different world. Like I feel like when I moved here, you could like go to places and go to
Right.
bars and go to, there'd be like scenes in different places. And now it feels like you have to like text back and forth with people and like maybe get a coffee and then maybe get a date. But like you have to go through so much.
But she's
for that.
asking for specific. What do I do?
Specific. What does
IRL.
she do? This is a. Oh my god.
There's a child.
Oh, hello.
Oh, I think we,
Hello.
Wait, so do you guys have any last minute advice though? Like real advice
Oh,
for
we
people in
didn't-
LA? Because LA can be a really lonely place.
well, Jack, you were
We didn't
saying
even get to give the advice, did we?
no,
Okay.
we didn't. That didn't happen yet.
I feel like what I just started going to like little events. I don't know. I don't know if I met anybody there. I remember the coolest thing I went to when I first moved to LA and had no friends was Jeremy's Best Fish Taco show.
Oh, that's a fun
stand-up
show.
Yeah,
You guys,
like,
you
I was
guys
going
do
to like that.
show all the time.
A live stand-up comedy show is definitely a place to meet people. Definitely.
And I will repeat what my 75-year-old neighbor told me when I was single. She said, "You must make yourself like a smelly flower."
What does that mean?
It just
does that
means
mean?
like when you go out, you're like, you're giving it, you look good, you do go that extra mile. If you
Yeah.
really want to meet people and like meet a lover or something, you kind of have to like make yourself the thing, like a lot of times, I mean, like we had friends over last night and I came down in my robe, you know what I mean? Like I'm not really a smelly flower right now.
To me, you'll always be a smelly flower.
Thank you, honey.
honestly.
But sometimes, and also it's about not backing out. Like when someone's like, "Oh, come to this party," and you're like, "That could be good, but I could
Yeah.
just like smoke pot and stay home."
I went to every single thing
You
I was
gotta
invited to
make
when I first
yourself,
moved here.
yeah.
To a T. Like in, I mean,
And then you met somebody.
many years later as but
Did you guys meet on Instagram though?
we did technically meet on the internet,
No, but I get
but
it.
via friends.
What do they
But-
say? You-
Even like,
But when
just
I first moved here, didn't matter who was asking, I was going anywhere.
energetically, I
Me
think
too.
that's good.
What do they say? You can't win if you don't play, right?
Yeah.
You have to be at
Absolutely.
the table in order to win. And I think what you were saying, Jack, is right. Los Angeles, in particular, is a city that it's New York size, but it's spread.
It's very spread out.
Yeah,
It's
New
really
York.
hard
New
to-
York is like seeing an explosion. L.A. is like unlocking a puzzle. It's like it takes a long time to figure out who your people
and you're going
are.
to waste a lot of time. I would walk into parties when I first moved here, and like every person, you would just look at the plastic surgery. Like it was just like,
Yeah, I feel like the first year is kind of a wash.
yeah.
Totally.
It's a
Totally
test.
agree.
It's a test.
Yeah.
All the
Pass or
people-
fail.
See if you'll stay.
It's rough. But anyway, good luck to you. Hang in there.
All right, let me read the
Hang in
next
there.
one.
Wait, will you read this one?
Send me a photo. Let's see.
Yeah.
Find out,
Okay, I'll read the next one. This is from Big Shot Finnegan, and you can read the one
I
you
already
like.
have a bad feeling about this name.
Well, you're gonna not like this. This question is for Jack specifically
oh, go.
Okay.
because I feel like he'd have a particularly good insight into this. If you're on a date that you quickly realize is going south, what's the best way to make a polite exit? Also, does anyone on the pod have any funny dating disasters to share? I'd love to hear them. Jack, what do you do when you're on a date and you're like, I know this is bad. I'm engaged to someone else. I shouldn't be here. How do you get out?
Ooh, have you ever
Why
had
for
have you
Jack
ever
specifically?
I don't know. He felt like
the
you
polite
yeah.
part?
Well, you can answer first, and we'll all go.
Damn, I don't know what I would. Honestly, I unfortunately probably would power through.
I would too.
I don't know. Otherwise, I would like just try to like finish things early.
That's what I hate. Don't miss
Yeah.
The
about
classic
dating.
way. I don't
Just
know.
don't fuck them.
Yeah, that's what I don't miss
Right?
about dating at all. Is that feeling of sitting down, meeting the person, and 5 minutes in being like, "Oh, this is. I don't want to be here. This is a wash. I want out now."
I would be
I-
like, I
honestly,
have to go.
You would leave early?
Yeah.
How?
I don't even-
Have you
It's-
done? Have you done this?
Well, I never did internet dating, so I kind of knew
Internet
who I
dating,
was. I know, but
regardless.
I knew who I was dating. I was never showing up somewhere and being like,
No,
oh,
you're proving a good point. I never gotten this because the audition process before I even got to the in-person date, I already knew who they were pretty well.
But people
Yeah.
are different.
We're talking.
People are different before and during a date. I remember I was with this girl once, and I was really excited by her on the phone, and I got to her house to pick her up to go out to dinner, and she closed a hot pink leather-bound She told me she was Jewish. Hot pink leather bound
Bible?
New Testament Bible with highlighters, like multiple highlighter points and tabs to like she'd been studying it. And at that moment, I was like, "Oh, this isn't. We're not.
It's a fake Jew.
We're not
Yeah.
compatible. You're a Jew for Jesus. So you didn't tell me.
for
that.
Oh, it was a Jew
or
for
whatever
Jesus.
she was.
I don't
even,
know. I think anyone who's studying the Bible, that's kind of cool.
The hot pink and the
She
tabs,
Jewfished you.
She totally.
Is that just like
Jewfished me.
locks?
So I and then we had to go out. I'm like you, Jack. I powered through, and I was just like try to be polite at the end of the night. I was like, "That was nice to meet you," and I'm out, and I'm not going to call you again. Brandon,
How would I get out?
you're in a date. You realize it's not going to be good. What do?
I just stay to the end, and then I don't. Then I waste
Yeah.
a night.
Yeah.
Like that's all you can. That I can't. I don't have like the.
Once you're there, you can't get off the train. I think it's
I'm
the
too
prep.
much of an empath.
It's the prep
to just
you have to do.
Leave.
What about you, Tosh?
I mean, honey, I really haven't dated anyone in like 10 years. That's why I crossed out this question.
Well, these guys.
Well, I'll
have-
combo.
Well, because-
I'll combo these two because, like, I think unless it's a true freak, dating is like a good way to make friends too. If they
That's
like,
true.
or
I
and
like that.
meet friends
Yeah.
in L.A.
That is
So
a
it's
good
like,
point.
Don't burn the bridge because, like, maybe that
Right.
Yep.
the Bible girl has like
Her best
some
friend is
cool-
my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really like what you were saying, Jack, like just like doing everything. It's like, but see, I was telling Moshe that the other day and he was like, no, everyone does everything online now. That's the only way people meet people.
I said people date online now. That's how people date, and the reason they do that is because there's no ambiguity. You know you're on a date. You know that it's romantic, but because you met on a dating app. So when you sit
Right.
down, you're like, "This is a date." It's
There's not the moment of like, oh, we're hanging out. Oh, is this a date?
Yeah.
Right.
Worst
Okay.
worst date you've ever been on, Tosh?
Worst date I've
or any
ever
of
been
us?
on?
Any of us? Anything come to mind? Dating disaster stories?
Ooh.
Worst.
We can come back. We'll come-
The worst one is inappropriate to tell because it was so bad. But
sounds
I
like
think
you
of a
got
fun one.
Sounds like you got bodies in your closet.
Okay, here let's move on to the next question because I was kind of excited to hear what you guys thought about this. Hey, I was recently at a bachelor party where strippers came and performed. I'm single AF, but I know several people at the party were in relationships or married. Should those people have excused themselves from the party or at least declined
No.
lap
What?
dances?
It's not cheating.
Who
Declined,
the fuck?
Declined a lap dance though.
Who
Is-
wrote this email?
Christopher,
These are your fans.
Is being around strippers a violation of trust in
No.
any context? Or, well, hold on. Is there a bachelorette party exception to that rule? I don't think
Yes.
you're saying that no matter what, you can just go out into strippers and never have to tell a girl.
I kind of think so.
Don't. Yeah, I mean, if
If
it's a
like a
bachelor.
bachelor party, it's
No, if it's not a
assumed-
bachelorette party. You're
it's
just
not-
going to the strip club.
just
That's
going
like a
to the
weird.
strip club?
That's like if you're doing because you have to doing anything in secret is like a betrayal. So even if you're like secretly bowling and not telling them, and they find out
That's a
that you've
good
been
point.
bowling for 6 nights in a row, and you're
Right.
like, what? Why?
That's a really good point.
They're not exactly equal though.
No, it's not the same, but
No, but I feel what you're saying. If you're not comfortable somebody once said that to me. If you're not comfortable telling your partner, it's cheating. I don't know if I totally believe it, but I get the point behind it. Right?
Interesting.
I think like I don't know. You should no. You don't have to excuse yourself
well, this person.
unless you're fucking a stripper.
What
But
about
you don't
Well,
fuck the stripper.
Don't,
What about a lap
don't,
dance?
Yeah, don't go to the champagne room.
What
No.
about a lap dance? Can you do a lap dance?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
that's safe.
what if they're grinding on you? I
That
would
is,
get.
That's
isn't
the
that
lap
what a lap
dance.
dance
What a lap-
is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you never gotten a lap dance?
I don't know if I. Yeah,
I mean, if
probably.
you don't want, like, I've been in the situation just simply not wanted one.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't
hate-
know.
I've never
If you-
liked strip clubs for the simple reason that when I'm looking at naked women, I want to have sex with them. I'm not trying to like dance on the edge and be like, how exciting! I didn't do it. I'm like, that's not interesting to me. I don't want that.
I remember, my first lap dance.
You used to do
Never
laugh
been-
dance at the
My first
champagne
laugh-
room of Comedy Key West, right?
Yep, yeah, absolutely.
Your first lap dance, what?
Laugh dance Tuesdays at Comedy Key West.
I feel like
no,
Chris
the-
is a young man. I feel like that's a young man's
The
concern.
first time I got a lap dance ever, I have never been softer.
Yeah, it's very intimidating
It's
and
like
weird and
I don't know.
There's like older guys I've heard of though that they like grease up their bodies and then put on really, really lightweight sweatpants and then they go get their lap dance.
Yeah,
They can like
the gray sweatpants.
yeah.
the old ones that you've been working on it for a decade, and then you heat up Vaseline in the microwave for 25 seconds, slather the inside, and then they're very form-fitting and tight. You go get a lap dance, and you pay and pay and pay for them to keep going until you ejaculate. Is that cheating?
I think I'm really fascinated by this guy's question. I don't think it's
It's
bad
a
at
yes.
I don't think
you
so
don't think
either.
that's cheating?
Definitely
all. Wait, to be
not.
around?
If you
oh,
do
wait,
what
are you
Moshe
talking
just
about
said?
like, oh no, then that's cheating.
Sure.
If you're greasing yourself up, I mean, if you're greasing yourself up, that's bigger than cheating.
Yeah. You got bigger problems than being
Yeah.
unfaithful.
It's like I think any person would be like, couldn't you have just cheated on me normally? Had an affair.
And, wait, what was that about the sweatpants? You let them,
They're really thin and then you grease yourself up
and
before.
you've been wearing them for 10 years.
So these are very
super worn out.
These are form-fitting, and you've been wearing them for a long time, so a lot of the fabric has become compromised. So there's like even almost those sheen holes. They're almost holes. And you're slathering the inside of your body with a really thick, inch-thick layer of warmed-up Vaseline, okay? So then the lap dance comes, and you don't ejaculate, so you keep paying her to start the lap dance over until you complete.
Yeah, that sounds above board.
Yeah, I think that's kosher, right? Okay.
I think, yeah, it's bachelor, and within the confines of a bachelor party, I think there's a level of don't ask, don't tell.
Of course.
Dude.
And this guy thinking
And that's
that like
completely in the bounds of expected.
yeah, and him getting mad that the guys who are in relationships are getting more
Your
ass.
wife, I do love that this guy's he's at his boys' bachelor party. He knows that some of them have girlfriends, and the whole time he's
about
just
to snitch.
seething. He's just like he's at the bachelor party, just like they have girlfriends.
These
and they're
people-
at a strip club.
I on my bachelor party,
Yes,
Brent Weinbach,
our friend of the pod.
friend of the pod,
Yeah.
Brent Weinbach, did what classically he would do.
I love
for
Brent
me,
so
which is hire a male stripper to come. And by the way, it worked like 100%. Like we were having a great time. We were playing board games. It was a very vanilla bachelor party. We went to the banya, went to the Russian bathhouse,
Great.
and then we went out to eat, and we were playing board games at my house. But we were having a good time being loud, and there was a loud knock at the door. We opened it up, and there's a guy that said there was a noise complaint. I fully fell for it, and then he came in and he started stripping, and Brent, who had hired the guy. First of all, Brent starts freaking out a little bit because he's the stripper is kind of like coming towards everybody and trying to like grind on them, and Brent pulls me aside and whispers, "That's not the guy I hired." And it was a different, like it wasn't just a guy. It wasn't a different looking guy. It was a different race. Like I looked at
Why
the
did
picture
Brent care?
because he was freaked out by the fact that he had hired
It's
one
never the
person.
same guy. I think
Right.
that's like stereotypical.
So then the guy goes. First, Brent starts running from him.
What did he think it was like?
a different race?
No, he was mad. He was like not mad. He was sketched out because he was like,
Yeah.
"Wait, they sent me this picture of the guy.
Right.
This is a different person. What's going on here?"
Yeah.
I only say it was a different race to say it wasn't a mildly different guy. It was like a really different guy.
Yeah.
And he started chasing Brent in particular because I think he sensed.
Brent was paying for it.
No, he sensed that Brent was uncomfortable. And Brent started literally running from him.
Yeah.
And then the guy got really like there was this moment in his face where he came in thinking he was at a gay bachelor party and that we were going to love it. And he went from being serious to realizing we were all laughing at him.
That sucks.
It sucks. And then so it was like not that great. And then he grabbed me, the stripper, and said, "There are different things that I can do for money." So he basically was like, "You could all fuck me if you
Yeah.
want."
Oh wow.
So we
And
did.
that was the time I cheated on my wife.
Yeah, so we did, and I was always wondering, is that cheating?
Yeah.
Do you think
It's
that's
not cheating?
That's not cheating.
No,
No.
that's not true.
That's
Don't-
not cheating.
Don't ask, don't tell. All right, here's another one. From Natalie H. Hey guys, Natalie from Salt Lake City here. As I am lying in bed worried about my mother and her ongoing obsession with ghosts, I thought I could ask the team for advice. My mom, Becky, is in her late 50s and is a Spitfire, but she seems to be having issues with her condo having ghosts. Everywhere she moves, she seems to find ghosts. But this time, she has been single for quite some time and works from home, so she is very alone and stressed and not sleeping well. I feel like the combo of being alone and bored has made her deep dive. She's gone as far as trying to contact the previous owner's family to tell them what the ghosts are telling her. I need help. Do I get sage and pretend to cast them out and pretend with her, or do I ignore it? I've thought about just debunking everything she
This
says,
feels like a Jack question.
but I'm scared she'll get hurt feelings or keep it all to herself or go insane, as she already is a little crazy.
Unfortunately, I feel like she already went
I
insane.
totally
agree.
I think she needs
So far
other help.
gone.
Well,
Yeah,
I
don't-
mean, if you talk to Moshe about ghosts, he's just like, well, ghosts aren't real.
Yeah, they aren't real.
oh well, I'm the opposite, but
You believe in them?
yeah.
Why do you think this
He
woman's
does like
insane
Halloween
then?
episodes.
Well, why do you think this woman's insane then if she believes in ghosts?
Well, it's because you could tell the difference between somebody who's experiencing something real and like, I mean, if every house she goes into there's ghosts and she's like, trying like,
Have you
okay,
seen a
look,
ghost,
like trying to
Jack? Also,
contact the owner's family. That indicates a sign of like you don't understand like basic personal boundaries and you probably aren't like you don't have a strong grasp on.
This was a sex
What's
slash
right and
dating
wrong?
question.
Yeah, great question, Brandon.
I thought she was gonna fuck the ghost.
Wait, have you, Jack? Have you seen? I would love to see you and Moshe debate ghosts.
I mean, there's no debate, but
Moshe
what-
only believes in what is like real, like
It's not
what, or
that I-
what he's seen.
It's
Well,
not
a lot
that
of things were paranormal before they were discovered.
like what?
The gorilla.
The gorilla?
Yeah.
But then they discovered them, and then so they're no longer paranormal.
Yeah, but
I
there's
mean,
a lot of things.
But that's the kind of I don't want to get into this debate, but that's
electricity.
yeah, but that's the kind of classic debate. I could, yeah, right. There might be fairies, there might be ghosts, there might be time travel, there might be magic, there might be wizards, there might be goblins. All of those things are
The
impossible.
clitoris.
They're,
Yeah. There we go.
They still haven't found it.
but that's I don't. But wait, I'm curious. Have you seen a ghost?
I haven't seen a ghost. No.
Have you had a paranormal experience?
Yeah.
What can you tell us about
My
it?
mom lived in a haunted house for a while, but
How do you know it was haunted?
Well, it was.
'Cause
Well, I mean,
sometimes
we
I
figured it
hear-
out.
It was called Hollywood Haunted Nights at the Universal Studio City Walk.
No, because sometimes I hear stuff, but then I'm like, oh, it's the wind.
oh no, I heard like it's creepy when you actually like hear it for real.
What did you hear?
Like specific. I mean, you know when you could hear somebody in the kitchen at night, like doing.
But is it the ice maker in the
No,
refrigerator?
Like you know, like when
They
you
called
could tell
them
what
the
they're
ice
eating.
maker.
Like I could hear somebody like getting the Costco hummus open. Then they go get like the bowl for the chips and like.
Wait,
And then
Wait,
you don't
stuff.
get
Wait,
out to
the
like
go-
see them?
The ghost was eating hummus.
Like you could hear what's being opened. You know,
Uh-huh.
like specific. You know when you know your kitchen, you know the sounds of various
But,
things.
and
make.
you're just like, I'm not even going to go in to make sure it's not a robber.
no, I would.
know
It's
a ghost.
nobody's there.
To me, the funniest part of this question is that there's a ghost haunting a condo.
No,
Not an old house. It's like a pretty new development.
condo. A haunted townhouse.
Right, because it's only in like that one room. It's not like getting into
murdered in
the
1997.
haunted loft.
well, I mean, this is not the right setting to tell this stuff, you know. But
Because I'm being a jerk, you mean?
no, I mean it's just we're joking around. But I think like you don't know. A lot of times you don't know it's that. I didn't think it was much of anything until like we realized we were all experiencing this, and my entire family is like, "No, what? Why the fuck would I go in the kitchen at night? It's scary. I think this. I'm scared of this place. None of us eat food at night, but we all hear somebody like in there eating food like
But-
vividly.
By the way, how do you know there wasn't somebody like hiding somewhere?
I mean,
That's
there's
way
not.
worse.
That one
It's
much
like
worse.
the middle of the swamp in Florida.
Well, we used to live next door, and one time I was there. The guy I was dating, his brother said, "Oh, I saw an old man here. He was in the room, but he was in the. There's a wood paneled room, and it's everyone always thinks the person's in the wood paneled room, which makes me
the
think
most
that
ghosty
it's
room.
it's a very ghosty room, and so I don't know if that. So I've had two different people tell me there were ghosts in there, and then the guy who lived there with me said that he woke up and someone was saying, "Get out of this house! Get out of this house! Get out of this house!" Like in his ear.
That's
I don't-
scary. I mean, I don't know if believe's the right word, but like, I
that's
mean,
scary.
after interviewing people for 4 years about it, like, I don't think I believed before, but now I've heard just
You've done
enough.
4 Halloween episodes.
Yeah.
now?
My thing is that we've had this debate before. My thing is that I don't disbelieve people's experience. I don't not believe what you're saying. I believe that occurred for you. I just don't understand the part where you jump to and it, not you, where one jumps to it is it's a dead person from the past who is still haunting our realm. For what reason are they haunting our realm? Why don't if there's ghosts, why do only certain people see them? Why aren't they?
Because it's almost like, why are some people intuitive and some people not?
But that's just such a mush point. It's like, oh, I'm intuitive, so I see them.
No, it's not that they're intuitive, but
if
I'm just saying they might be more
So not only do spirits
vulnerable or susceptible.
So not only do spirits remain on our earth, but they only reveal themselves to people that believe in spirits and are attuned to spirit energy. Those are two separate supernatural phenomenons. One, that people die and they stay on earth, and two, that there are certain people that are able to see spirits.
Let me just say right now, Moshe's impossible to argue with. So
I'm the
you don't
best.
have to respond to any of this.
No, I'm not
because
attacking your belief system. I hope
No,
I'm not.
it's not a
been
belief system
interviewing-
by any means. I think it's like kind of cool.
I think it's
best.
cool too, actually.
But you're
Yeah.
not open to the fact that there might be people who have seen something on another plane.
What about UFOs?
I find UFOs infinitely easier to believe in.
Why the technology? The
ghosts.
technology that would that would be required for like somebody to come from another planet would be even like more of a stretch than
It's not more of a stretch because it's literally impossible. In my feelings would tell my observation tells me it's literally impossible for a spirit to remain on Earth. There's no technology.
What if it's like a different universe, like a parallel
multiverse?
universe,
Oh, like a
essentially.
multiverse ghost?
or like a different plane,
Ooh,
or
a
it's like
ghost
a
on
different
the
dimension,
internet.
essentially.
Like, so okay, let me try to understand what you're saying. The person is my mom. I know her. She's my mom, Diane. She dies, but her spirit remains, but in a different dimension.
Like, I mean, there already are more dimensions.
I'm with you on
We
that.
can't
Excess energy,
perceive.
honey. It's just like there's extra stuff.
Extra stuff?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
It means that not everything is what you see in your reality all the time with your glasses cleaned. And you're like, this is all that life is. What I see from my glasses.
Again, by the way, the Instagram story did say sex/dating questions.
I know, right? We could
Okay,
move on.
there's one,
Okay, let's move on.
one last one that I want to ask you guys.
Ask them all.
Well,
We only got these boys this one time.
okay, hold on. This I think is important, and I think it's people, they don't really know what's up. Hey everyone, if you were tasked with picking the dinner locations for a first date, but you were only allowed to pick mid-level chain restaurants, what do you pick and why?
That's kind
you
of a
gotta
fun
go.
question.
You gotta go. Like,
Does Dave and Buster's count?
Wait, before
That's
we
a good
answer
one.
That's
this,
a good
I
one.
have-
That's a really good one.
Before we answer this, I have to admit something. I actually don't believe in mid-level chain restaurants either. I don't think those
only
are real.
high-level chains.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
what do you
I'm
choose?
curious why they can only
know,
go
what's-
to
who's
mid-level.
putting that
Does
restriction?
Dave and Buster's is a good call.
I
Dave and
say-
Buster's counts, right?
Great date. Great
I say
date.
a
That's
burrito on like a hill is better than
A burrito on a hill?
or just like I
On a
don't.
hill. Weird. a burrito on a hill.
I'm just saying,
Hill
go get a
burritos?
burrito and walk somewhere and eat it outside is better than going to fucking
chain restaurant?
Applebee's.
But Brandon's saying you can play.
Dave
You
and
can play
Buster's.
games. That sounds
That's
cool.
Yeah.
that's fun.
What do
That's
you
a great
choose, Jack?
date.
I mean, he stole the best answer.
That is a good answer.
I
Dave
mean,
and Buster's.
If you have to go, like, if they're gonna be bad no matter what, then go to the worst one.
Never go to a Chili's, never go to an Olive Garden,
Yeah.
never go to an Applebee's. You can do Red Lobster, but as a joke.
Red Lobster is fun.
I'll tell you my favorite chain restaurant of all time is Chevy's Fresh Mix, and I think
Chevy's
it's
is
that?
good.
Yeah,
think
Chevy's.
it's-
Oh, I'm
Chev-
rocking with. I think my parents still have the plastic Chevy's cups from the kids' meal.
I love Chevy's. I
That's
think
so
it's
cute.
genuinely
Yeah.
good. And another thing I will say, I think chains generally are pretty good, actually. There's a reason they become successful
reliable,
chains. They're
yeah.
reliable. Applebee's is bad.
Applebee's stinks, but I'm not above a good chain. I like-
Same.
Yeah.
All right. Mary writes in, I've been in love with the same person since 2009. We've dated on and off and always mutually break up due to distance with the understood fact that we still love each other. Recently, I dated a new person for 4 months, but ended up ending it because it felt unfair to him being secretly in love with the other guy. My question is, at what point in casually dating someone do you owe it to them to be honest that you're still in love with someone else? For now, I think I just need to chill and figure out if I'm even really committed to the concept of dating other people. What thoughts?
I would say once you're beyond a couple dates, once you're in the zone where the other person might be looking for a definition of what's happening, I guess like a month.
Isn't it? Doesn't
I mean,
it
if
depend?
you're in love with another person, like, why are you dating
I
somebody
mean,
else?
stop.
Yeah,
dating
why?
people.
Why are you dating
Because
someone
otherwise
else?
you're not in love. You just have like a friend that you can't like you just have somebody that you can't talk about a ghost.
I mean, I'm
This man's haunting your life. You just need to move on.
I'm familiar with like keeping.
Talk about a chain. This guy's a chain.
Yeah,
a
right?
mid-level chain on your.
He's haunting you.
Yeah, that's
I've-
right.
yeah,
I mean-
I keep. I've always kept a lot of doors ajar in my life.
Talk about a buster. This person seems like a straight mark-ass buster. For
There we
dating
go.
other people.
I mean,
Yeah, there's the
doesn't that if somebody told you this, wouldn't that seem a little fishy? Where you're like, I think you just need to
It sounds like she needs to marry this guy.
or move on
Or move
completely.
on.
You have
Or-
to pick.
Marry him or move on.
What do you think, Tosh?
I think that. Well, don't guys have their own idea of like what casual dating is?
Well, that's what I was saying.
You
It's
just
like,
have to create your own thing.
yeah, if she wanted sex, then she should say to the person, "Hey, I'm in emotional entanglement with somebody else."
But also,
I'm-
if
Yeah.
you're like pining over someone else, like that's something else. That's something else you have to deal with because if that person is not available to you, you shouldn't be like pining over them. You should try to move on.
I totally agree. I
You
don't.
got to sort it out with this person first.
Yeah,
Okay.
But
sucks to be
I mean,
hung up
also
on
like,
someone.
because you don't want to waste anybody's time.
yeah,
I think honesty is the big thing, but also I don't love the idea of people being in tumultuous, never-ending long-distance relationships.
no, you got to
It's-
figure that out.
You got to get
Long
out
distance
of it.
relationships aren't real.
No, they stink.
Or you could
the
close
only-
the distance. Like if you guys having been married, like if you were just like, oh, Natasha, like, yeah, Natasha just like lives in Phoenix and like I love her, but like she lives there and I don't know,
Wait, that's
you know,
what
like
I want Moshe to do.
move to Phoenix.
right, like, but like wouldn't you just like at a certain point when you have been like, fuck it, I'm like moving to Phoenix, like
Right.
she's the only one for
If
me,
you
like I've
love her,
100%. My
Only
You're-
LDR I'm rocking with is Lana Del Rey.
yeah.
Wait, hold on.
all right,
Okay,
next
so
one.
this one's for Moshe.
yeah.
Is this horoscope shit real?
Jack, I'll toss to you.
It seems to be the more I read into it, back test it against past relationships. If you don't, okay, so that's one question. Moshe does not believe in horoscopes.
Neither
at
do
all.
I.
You don't find that that's a plausible possibility?
No, why would that doesn't make any
Well, you guys
The
are
ghost
saying
thing doesn't make sense.
you guys
does
are
it?
saying this is married
Wait,
men.
I'm curious. What, Jack? Do you think that ghosts are more plausible than horoscopes?
Yes, because I'm not like, look, like if there is something like, I'm merely saying that the existence of ghosts might exist. I'm not saying that I claim to have like knowledge of ghosts and like what they mean. I could predict the future using my ghosts. Blah 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 blah. Like so, even if astrology, even if like the position of the stars did affect the Earth, I couldn't imagine like how we would have figured out like how to parse that information and figure out like how to
Get it
predict things.
Get it accurately correct in the
Yeah,
book.
I mean, like if you consider all the things we can't fucking figure out.
I don't
on
know.
Earth. We don't even-
I think if you're a woman who believes in astrology, you're
To message you?
You're a single woman who believes in astrology. Yeah, my
You're
Instagram
20
handle is BS Wardell.
you're 23. You
And-
live in LA. You're lonely. Please hit me up.
I remember as soon as Trump got elected, my friend took me to a crystal store and it was like packed. There was like huge
Hilarious.
lines out the door and like everyone was just like, and she was teaching me how to use the crystal. She's like, now if you put one in your hand and you move forward, that means this crystal is trying to speak to you. And everyone in the store was doing that. And I was like, wow, people, but it's like people, it still helps you be introspective, and if that's what's like helping you center yourself, and if horoscopes and reading about astrology is like helping you, figure out things about yourself, I don't know.
I think it's like the opposite of like I'm into ghosts and UFOs and stuff like that because it opens more questions for me. It's like, oh, maybe there's more to like this boring world we live in.
That's a nice
And
thought.
I think astrology and like the way a lot of people I know look at it like closes things off.
You
You're
think
only
so?
using it to be like, oh, don't date that guy because of he's a
Right.
Cancer or whatever.
Right. I
mean,
or like,
I-
this is gonna don't do this week. Like, I know what's gonna happen.
I mean, I kind of where I'm at with it is like I like astrology. I like skincare. I like
skincare.
yeah, I like stuff that girls like. But I also love. But I'm not gay.
But
I
you're-
love pussy.
You're like
you
a
know?
sensitive guy that all girls would want to be
and
with.
so
you're
like
saying?
I like I'm open to hearing about astrology, and it's like
You're a catch.
I like that kind of.
Okay,
got it.
well here's the second part of the question, which I have a very strong reaction to. if part 2 from the same guy, John Gruber, if you don't like the same art, music, movies, or fine art, etc., can it work?
No.
Like, exactly. Like,
I don't
if
think so
someone
either.
cannot understand the irony or deeper meaning of your favorite stuff, or thinks your favorite music is stupid, bad sign.
Bad.
Oh, no.
You know what's funny though?
Incompatible.
Guys
Yeah.
are like incompatible unless it's like they're really young and they're like, oh, it's okay if they don't know who Scorsese is.
Well, oh, that's
Yo, I
funny. You're
Like,
saying
man-
an older guy.
her my movies.
She's really smart and special, even though she's only 22 and I'm 68.
Well, they
There's
just
something about her.
they don't have the same reference points. You know, like
Right.
I think sometimes it's hard when you date outside of your age range.
I think it's like a fundamental disconnect. Yeah.
I got a question for you, Brandon.
but also I do believe
Yes.
that you have to like the same art. Except I don't like a lot of your
Well,
art.
you don't mean all of the same art. You just have to have some overlap.
Right, like there's got to be like in the circles. There's got to be some like
There's
we
gotta
like
be
some
mutuals.
cooking. We like Gordon Ramsay together.
Yeah,
we
we
like
like Gordon
documentaries. We like Julian Fellows.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit, and then
I'll say-
Moshe likes a lot of Star Trek.
Yeah.
I'll add an asterisk to my agreement with that is that if they don't care about art at all, I think that's fine. Like if they're like, I don't
That's
really
not
have
my
strong
thing.
opinions about music,
Mhm, mhm.
Oh, I don't know. Really?
I'm not into
I
that.
don't
and
know
you
if
like them a lot,
I don't know if I am as strong of a believer that you have to have the same cultural interests with your partner. They can't. It's hard to be like a square and like a freak artist person. But if you're like, I'm into this kind of stuff, you're into that. I don't know.
Like Moshe, if you didn't know about like every current event, I could deal with that.
Okay.
But like, because you're like really great at current events, but
Right.
that's not like really important to me. But if you had like butt taste in music, like I don't think I could deal with that.
Brandon, here's my question for you.
Yes.
Could you date a woman who is a successful comedian, but whose comedy you didn't really respect? But
No.
you knew. But hold on, you knew they were good.
Good
Like,
what?
Like they were good comedians.
She was a good girl.
No, a good at comedy, but just not like the kind of comedy you could get down with.
No, because
That's
that
a
would,
lie.
that would be no. Are you? What are you talking about?
If she was looking right, are you kidding me?
No, absolutely not. And I've also been I've also like, I haven't dated comedians in years.
Okay, that's maybe the one thing. Yeah,
I-
you would like maybe as like a career.
But for the most part, any comedian that I have hooked up with, I can vouch for 95% of them.
Okay,
Comedy wise.
I could,
comedy-wise.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
turning around on
All right.
my.
Yeah, because I do think that yeah, if it was like somebody where it's like, okay, I do not connect with what they do on stage,
But you do connect
Okay.
with
I
them
understand.
physically and in every other way.
I don't know, because I think that it would feel dishonest.
Right. You couldn't
What if
say
Emrata started doing stand up
Why would you do that?
to make this hypothetical work?
Could you date T.I.?
Could I date Ti? Yeah.
T.I. Do you respect his comedy?
I haven't watched. I do need to watch it.
sent you that,
You sent
yeah.
it to me. I still need to
I wanna
watch it.
see it.
It's he did like an open mic in Atlanta.
He's been doing
Right.
comedy a lot, and I saw a really
Well,
funny.
a lot. He's like regularly doing
Yeah,
it.
I saw a really funny video of Godfrey, who I guess Godfrey headlined at a club in Atlanta, and Godfrey is a great comedian.
Of course.
And then T.I. went on after him.
Oh,
and,
God.
And because it was like, it's his home, he's the king of Atlanta
Yeah.
or whatever. And Godfrey was on some radio show saying like, no, I didn't stay and watch it. Why am I going to stay? I mean, already, I like T.I. as a rapper, but why would I
Right.
stay and watch somebody that's not as good at something as I am? They're not supposed to
He's
go
like,
on.
I'm in Florida. I've got so many other things to do after my set.
I was just saying, like, so that's what Godfrey said. And then T.I. did like a response video, and he was like,
Wow.
it was essentially, if I read the tea leaves correctly, T.I. was basically saying, like, don't say that kind of stuff or I will have you killed.
Jesus Christ.
It was so funny to me. It was like,
That's his comedy.
well, that's how he knows how to respond to a diss video.
Right.
He'd
Yeah.
Just be like, don't make me bring the gangster out. I'm still T.I. I'm not the dude you think I am. But it's like, what to what?
Yeah,
You're
but
gonna-
like, where's the joke structure?
you're gonna assassinate Godfrey? Like,
Right.
okay.
But
Yeah. I-
also, why can't Godfrey stay and watch his set?
I guess he probably felt a little disrespected that a more famous but not as funny person was going on.
who
he
like
was-
has been doing stand for like a month.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when
Godfrey's very strong.
years
Yeah.
years before we ever met John Mayer, he used to do stand up. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember those
He would
days.
like drop into like
Sure.
the cellar.
I
or,
forgot
like-
about that.
He was actually the T.I. of his time. Yeah.
And that was
so
there. He was getting
People
a lot
call
of
him the white DI.
he was getting a lot of brushback at the time.
And can I just stop this part of the podcast because I don't want to say anything because I don't want to get killed. Like, John Mayer is equally as terrifying
He
as
has
T.I.,
shooters.
And I don't.
He's got
Yeah,
the shooters. He's got shooters.
He's got goons. All right, what did you ever see the stand-up?
I've seen videos. I mean, I do think that John Mayer is funny.
Well,
He's
that's
funny.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. What do they say? They say every comedian wants to be a rock star and every rock star wants to be a comedian.
Right.
So there's people like T.I. and John Mayer who are naturally funny people.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that they're good at stand-up.
Well, it's like.
I worked for Ti, and I would not say he's naturally funny.
Is that true?
Oh wait, talk about that. Speak on that.
I worked on his reality show when I was a PA.
Wow.
I don't remember him being
T.I. and
particularly
Tiny?
funny. Yeah.
Was he
Yeah.
nice?
No.
No. I would
Wait,
watch
that
it.
show is good.
I don't know.
He is good.
I would
You know
watch
what?
it.
You
I
know
would-
what's funny? Lyndon had to drive around Tiny for like 3 days.
Oh, his
my old
old
roommate.
roommate.
But that must have been easy. She's so small.
I don't think it was easy. I think they abused him.
I wouldn't say this kind of stuff about T.I.
Yeah, maybe you cut this out. I don't want to get killed.
All right, last question from your people. Do you want to read this one? Should I read this? I'll
can
read
read
it.
it, honey.
Okay. Hi guys, my question is from Douglas M. How do you keep yourself from getting burned out on a shitty date by a shitty dating scene? For context, let me describe my situation. I've been single for a very long time, even before COVID. My problem is that I live in Miami. The main industries here are tourism and finance, and there's tons of beautiful people with shitty personalities. People are incredibly
great.
vapid, rude, and obsessed with chasing clout and exclusivity. It's hard for anyone who just wants to find a normal relationship and not hook up all the time. It's just as hard to find friends. Whenever I do go out, all anyone talks about is crypto and NFTs, dating apps.
Wait, that's what people.
In
Oh
Miami,
my god!
Imagine how many conversations
Yeah.
about NFTs.
Why are they talking
there are.
about that in
in
Miami?
Miami? That's what
That's
can,
the crypto capital.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it is.
Plastic surgery, cocaine, and NFTs is
They
probably
all
all
moved there.
Yeah, that's probably all they can talk about.
Their mayor was
Oh.
like baiting everybody to move there over COVID.
Why does he live? Why does he live in Miami?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Dating
Yeah.
apps are even worse because they're filled with vacationers. Sometimes I think I'm the problem, but this is the one of the few places where if you run into assholes all day, you're the asshole doesn't really work because everyone is kind of an asshole here. I would move, but I'm under contract at work until the end of the year, so I'm stuck here until then. Any words of advice would be appreciated. Thanks, Doug M.
End of the year. I mean, ride it out.
I also think Miami is, I agree, I don't know if they're dumb, but they are the most hot. Not in my way hot, but the most percentage of unbelievable hotness
No, if
I've
you
ever
drive
been around.
if you drive just a little bit south, there's a girl that might be single soon.
No, it's also like
That's right.
the problem with Miami is if you're like more intellectual person, everyone there is like
Great point.
very focused on their body.
Yeah, there's
And
a lot
so
of
like
bodies.
the
going on.
idea of being really hyper focused on like your butt or your abs or your thighs, like that's like I don't think I could really connect with people that much over that.
What if you found someone there that was like, my two things are my butt and my mind. Those are the two things I'm working on.
I think he needs to look harder. There's like cool parts of Miami that I'm aware of.
and there's
that-
cool people everywhere.
There are cool people,
Right.
And usually in the shittiest places, there's like the small nook of people that are cool are cooler than normal.
And you know, the truth is, I went to UC Santa Barbara for college.
Banana
And
slugs.
no, that's Santa Cruz.
Santa-
We were
Santa
the Gauchos.
Cruz.
The
Santa
Gauchos.
Cruz was cooler, right?
Santa Cruz was more hippie, and I went to UC Santa Barbara, and I was very isolated socially because I was like,
He was like a Jewish studies major, right?
yeah, but I was like, thought,
and that's
I-
like the rape capital of.
yeah, I was a Jewish studies major, and that was the rape capital, so we didn't have a lot in common.
No, but I think
Right.
that UCA Santa Barbara is like the highest. It had like the highest per capita
At
like
the
date
time-
rape. It's like a huge party school.
Yeah, that's why I
Is
had
it
a
a
hard.
major?
Moshe, you hate that stuff.
I did really dislike that
Yeah.
stuff, and that's not why I went to school there.
No, you were like a kind of dorky religion major.
No. What was I actually was like I was older and I was like thought I was like really hip. So I couldn't get down. My whole time in college was spent like being better than the bros, and the hipsters I found were defining themselves by being not the other people to such a degree that I found them snobby. Then I
You
realized
didn't fit in at all.
I didn't fit in at all. But then I realized if I had spent less time thinking about how I was cooler than everybody there, I would have met the actual cool people that were definitely
Of
there.
course.
And I just isolated myself. I think that's what that person's in the middle of, is just thinking he's so much smarter and deeper than everybody that he's missing all
And
of
then
the
you
cool
get
people.
caught up in it. Just find the balance. Like, don't be too judgmental, but still be discerning.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why we're
Right.
so lucky in comedy because there's just like a built-in.
Smart person.
Yeah.
Friend
Everyone
group.
you talk to,
I mean-
every time you go out, it's interesting.
Yeah, I really am the worst person to ask advice for any of this stuff because I did stand up for 4 years before I lost my virginity. I was 17.
You're almost
when I
never
started
around people
stand-up.
who aren't on board with you already.
Like
Right.
that's like you guys met me when I was like fucking like
Young.
in
you were
high school.
17.
I was at
Wait, you were 17 when you lost your virginity, or when you
I
started?
was
stand-up?
21 when I lost my virginity.
Was it to
I
a
was-
comedy fan?
No.
Where'd you find her?
It was that's actually so this is a story that's very like, I was 21. This was 2014 when this happened.
Were you
Right.
at UC Santa Barbara? It's sounding a little bit
was-
assaulty.
This was it was a woman who was a friend of my friend, a friend of my roommate at the time. And this is I think like okay, so the part of this story that really is a tale of like how 2014 this was is there was a Riff Raff music video,
Sure.
Tiptoeing in My Jordans. I think you know this story.
I mean, I already forgot it, so you could just keep telling it.
So my roommate was like, they're taking submissions for like dancers for this Riff Raff video. Like we should make a video. Like, what if we were in a Riff Raff video? Ha ha ha. And he invited this friend of his over, and I met her via him. And this is the woman that I lost my virginity to. But there was one.
This was your audition for Riff Raff's music videos producer.
They weren't. By the way, they weren't asking how you met the person. They're asking like,
how it happened. Well,
yeah,
that's how
banging
it
the person.
happened.
Yeah.
You banged her with the Riff Raff video playing.
We like banged.
Where'd the friend go?
What's up?
You had to ask your friend like, hey, you know what?
No, like we kind of connected that day, and then I just ended up coming over.
She saw your moves.
She
Yeah.
saw the moves, and then it was there was one time before that I had counted that at the time that I don't count anymore.
Okay.
Where there was like a house party that we had, and I met somebody that she was like dancing, she was like grinding on me. And
Oh,
then
you had the
and then she
Vaseline-
like
Vaseline shorts
went back to my room. We're on the twin bed, and then it went in. It went in, and then I immediately folded.
Oh, okay.
Got
But
it.
at the time,
Got it.
I was like, my dick went into a pussy.
Yeah, that counts.
is
Like,
It
that-
totally
counts.
counts. And it's good to do
Does
that.
that count as my first time?
Of
'Cause
course.
I count.
Yes.
I
What, you
start-
thought you lose your virginity when you fuck really good for a long time?
I thought that it counted
Damn,
when
I'm
you
still a
actually
virgin.
fuck. Because like we didn't like. It's like my dick
You're
went
still a
in,
virgin.
and then it
You're
just
not- you're-
didn't.
You're
and
not
then
I think you're
I
still a
just
virgin.
didn't operate.
I think you're still a virgin until you make a woman multiple orgasm from penetrative sex.
Oh,
That's when you lose your virginity. Is when it's penetrative, and
Then I lost my virginity at 12.
Well, what do you think, boys?
Well, I feel like this has been very illuminating.
Yeah, we've learned a lot of
Yeah.
Good.
stuff. Yeah.
This is fun.
Do you guys have a sign off or anything?
No.
Not really. I mean,
you guys
I
are
guess
casual, huh?
Dates. I guess we plug. I'll
Yeah, let's plug
dates.
dates. We got some dates to plug, actually.
Yeah, let's all plug dates.
That's a good idea. We haven't done a date plug.
We have dates.
What do you got coming up
Oh, Moshe and I are going out to dinner with another couple.
next Wednesday?
All of our dates.
yeah.
April 15th. Will be in. Oh no, April 15th. Yeah, April 15th. I'm gonna be in Seattle at the Vera Project, and April 16th. I'm gonna be in Tacoma at Real Art, and in May, I'm gonna be in London. I'm gonna
At
be
the
in
Soho?
London in May. It's at Soho. Yeah.
That's a fun place. That's a really fun place.
That's May 9th through 14th.
Awesome.
Have you been? Have you done?
we did the Soho, and that
Did
was,
a Soho run?
it's really fun.
It's super fun.
Super
stuff.
fun. And it's just beautiful. It's right in the middle
It's just really superior, and you're
Yeah.
really gonna love it.
but it might be in full scale all Europe war at that point. So it's hard to know what's going
You can
on.
enlist.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
could
enlist.
jump the border, dude. It's not that difficult to get to Ukraine from England, honestly.
I mean, if there weren't
Simple
like
train, right?
more-
Honestly, it's kind of bad if you don't do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
I would
that.
recommend
I mean, we
it.
were talking before how Louis should have done the shows.
Louis C.K. apparently was in Ukraine the night that
He
Russia.
was about to. He
had a
can't-
show.
His flight got canceled.
Is that what happened?
He wasn't in Ukraine.
He didn't. He never
He
made
was
it.
he never made it to Ukraine, but there was going to be a show.
He's
He
the
had
ghost of
next
Kiev.
night.
He's the ghost of Kiev, the red ghost of Kiev. Louis C.K. had a theater date in Kiev the night of the Russian invasion, and we were saying it would have been the most badass thing ever if he had done it. He would have uncanceled himself because it would have been such a heroic, legendary move that it would have he would have cross-canceled. But unfortunately, that didn't occur. He just, what did we say? Ate dinner at a airport in Brussels and then flew to Vienna the next day. Speaking of places you're going to go, Natasha and I will be at the Moon Tower Just for Laughs Festival in Austin.
Really?
April 13th through the 24th. Oh gosh, we're not going to be there the whole time.
I better put that in my calendar.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're coming to Austin. That'll be a lot of fun. And I think we're doing some other stuff too, but I don't remember what.
14th, not 14th through the 24th.
Well, that's the whole festival.
You don't know the date of the.
At this moment, I don't know the date.
But you'll figure it out. They'll look it up.
Yeah, look up Moon Tower. That's
Google
I'll
Moon Tower Moshe Natasha.
Yep.
All right.
You'll find it.
Yeah.
I've canceled so many dates that
That's one we
nothing
haven't canceled
feels
yet.
like real anymore.
Wait a second.
But now that World War III is starting, I'm definitely ready to get back on the road.
I have the actual date. It's the 14th and 15th of April. We're going to be in Austin,
And
Texas.
you're doing stand-up and you're doing the podcast.
And the podcast. Yeah. Jack, do you guys do live
you.
podcasts ever?
We just did a couple of them. Yeah.
Cool. Are they awesome?
Yeah, they're pretty fun.
Well, so go check them out. If you're an Endless Honeymoon podcast listener, port over to the pod.
And vice versa, I would say.
Yeah.
You're a YBS person out there,
Yeah. Get this
listen
Give
to
it a shot.
Endless Honeymoon.
We have another segment that we've run out of time for, but we usually play people's deep dark secrets that they leave on our voicemail. Should we play one before
Sure.
we say
Got
goodnight?
one.
Yeah, let's play one.
I would love that.
Play one before we say goodnight. Here's the secret for the road.
Hi, Natasha. Hi, Moshe. So my very embarrassing secret is that about 4 years ago, after a sexual encounter with my boyfriend, I went to pee, and when I came back, my puppy was on the bed eating something. We then realized he was trying to swallow the used condom.
That's what's up.
And then when we tried to yank it out, he just gulped it down even faster. So I panicked. I was worried.
My
that
dog gay as fuck.
was tangled, since he was probably about 10 pounds at the time, I want to say. And also that I would have to go to the emergency clinic and explain the situation, not only to the vet workers, but also to my parents, since I was still living with them as a broke college student. So I had to secretly search his poop every day until he finally poops it out.
Oh my God.
He was fine, but now I have to live with the fact that my dog ate and digested a condom filled with my boyfriend's ejaculation.
Why didn't we open with that?
I was hoping she would pivot to like the concern at the end was actually like, yo, don't you think my dog's kind of gay for that though?
That's what sucks about like when you start letting dogs and children into your life, things get disgusting.
They definitely get
like
disgusting.
my kid is like, even today she was like, Mom, remember when Pablo ate my poop? Like she thinks it's so funny. Like he found her shit
in like a little kid potty.
in a kid potty and ate it, but she remembers it and she thinks it's so funny.
I mean, yeah, if you're a 4-year-old, there's nothing funnier than
the dog eating.
but
great
I'm
material.
it's so disgusting.
I love the idea of
Yeah.
this girl going to her parents and being like, Mom, I need some money for surgery for Sparky because he's got a condom full of nut inside of him right
Yeah.
now. And we've got to take care of that.
He wanted the nut. Let him eat it.
Yeah, he's just a dog.
I don't care about my dogs.
No, come on. Look, he's right here.
It'd be bad if the dog died
That would,
and you know why.
Yeah.
Oh, and you could never say. And they do autopsies, don't they?
I don't think you have to pay
No,
for it.
They don't
I would.
do well, all right, there we go. That's the end of the podcast.
All right.
Okay,
There it
Jack.
is.
Wait. Bye, you guys. Thank you for coming over.
Thank you very much. Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us
Thank
in
you.
your home.
And also, thank you for having us on your podcast.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on our
Thanks for coming on.
podcast as well.